It happened. Justice Ginsberg has died. Let's talk about it, y'all. Middle America. Well, this is literally 2 minutes after I saw this news. So I'm literally looking at it right now. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has died, 87 years old.
I thought we had a breakthrough with the Volkswagen.
Look, man, I know this has political implications, and this is a political talk channel, so we're going to talk about it, right? But I don't want us to miss out on the fact that whatever you think of her, positive or negative, and what do you think the implications are, at the end of the day, this is a human being, and as a Christian, I believe a human being created in the image and likeness of God, and she's died. And so, anytime that happens, it's sad. Now, she was 87 years old. Relatively speaking, she lived a very, very full life. Definitely a trailblazer, obviously. So, yep, and we'll get to that in a second, but at the end of the day, a human being has died. I think a lot of times with celebrities, we miss out on the fact that, or political, figures, we miss out on the fact that they are human beings, that they have families that love them and will miss them and are randomly going to be crying at 3:30 in the morning for them. I'm being told that it was complications of metastatic pancreatic cancer. She was 87. So rest in peace to her, and much love and genuine thoughts and prayers to her family. She was appointed in 1993 by Bill Clinton. There was that movie On the Basis of Sex, I think, which is kind of like a biopic of her. And, she had a reputation for being a fighter, man. She suffered from 5 bouts of cancer. I don't know if you guys saw that video where she was in the gym and planking and boxing and all that.
I don't think Paul Ryan could do this. You want to feel? You want to feel like that?
Pretty good.
Thanks.
Like she definitely was almost like the epitome of like not going quietly into the night, right? So she's definitely an inspiration to all of us. Before the election, this is according to CNN, before the election of President Donald Trump, Ginsburg told CNN that he is a faker and noted that he had gotten away with not turning over his tax returns, etc., etc. Barack Obama said she was one of my favorites. I've got a soft spot for Justice Ginsburg. So obviously, she was clearly on one side of the political spectrum than the other. But, here we go. Here we go. One of the cool things that I personally liked about her was her relationship with Antonin Scalia. So Scalia was sort of like this very hardcore right-wing conservative judge, and she was a very hardcore left-wing conservative judge, and so there was a lot of really cool, it was really cool that they were able to have a friendship. And I just think, especially in Middle America, especially in our little community, but in America as a whole, I think we should take some inspiration from that, from Scalia and Ginsburg, and, realize that, we can fight stridently about very, very, very important topics, right, to all of us. Obviously, you guys know how we are with the abortion topic and things of that nature. But I think Scalia and Ginsburg demonstrated to us that you can be on the polar opposites and still be friends with each other. So, Matthew Maida is my Scalia or Ginsburg or one or the other. Okay, so there you go. Now, the political implications. I truly have no idea what this is going to do politically. Obviously, this means that there's going to be a opening in the Supreme Court. And this not only has implications on the executive branch, but if you think about the fact of the House and the Senate, if the Republicans can regain control of the House and the Senate and have a supermajority, you're coming very, very close to the end of Roe v. Wade. You know, a lot of people were talking about the end of Roe v. Wade in the Kavanaugh nomination. I thought that was ridiculous. Trump has said in his 2016, campaign that he was pro-life and that he was going to appoint pro-life judges. Now, Trump has been extremely aggressive about setting up judges. He's appointed a bunch of judges all over America, some of whom were not necessarily qualified. So there's no doubt in my mind that he is going to push for a conservative Supreme Court justice. So, yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a card that is used by both sides. I think the Biden campaign is going to sound the alarm for women's rights, to a woman's so-called right to an abortion. And I think Trump is going to say, hey, we've got an opportunity now. We can actually do something here. Let's do it. It's going to be a real fight to the finish, man. I mean, I literally cannot tell what is going to happen in this situation. Prior to COVID and George Floyd, I think Trump had it in the bag going away, and I also thought that the Republicans were going to end up with a supermajority at the end of November. But now things are completely different. I have no idea what is going to happen, but you can almost bet that there are already commercials being run on this topic from both sides. This has massive implications. Now, there were people that criticized, on the left, who criticized her for not retiring under the Obama administration because people were afraid of this kind of eventuality. She fought like hell to stay alive till the end of the Trump administration, and I think it's probably going to be literally impossible for Trump to replace her between now and November. Like, I doubt very highly that he's going to be able to make that happen, but it's Trump. Maybe he goes for it. I have no idea. If the Republicans had a supermajority, I'm certain that probably would have happened. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, she was soundly criticized by a lot of Democrats for not resigning, which was kind of, it's kind of a weird thing when I was reading it, because I was like, man, that's kind of like the vulture circling the body before she's gone, right? And so, but now we're in a situation where I'm sure a lot of pro-abortion, pro-choice, whatever you want to call yourself, folks are extremely nervous right now. And again, this could be the shot in the arm that the Biden campaign needs to really create a bunch of real distance. The polling with Trump, you can't really tell. And again, this is not really just a matter of the executive branch. If you get the legislative branch in there and you get a Republican supermajority, it may just be the end of Roe v. Wade. But if it splits between, the Republicans get the executive branch and then the Democrats get the legislative branch, or vice versa, there's so many different algorithms in which this thing could turn out one way or the other. But this is definitely a significant moment. And man, stay tuned. This election, and now all the rhetoric are about this is the most important election we've ever had, blah, 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 blah. We've got COVID, we've got civil unrest, and I will say civil war. We've had 3 Civil War casualties at least in the last 2 weeks. And now this, our country, there's a lot of moving parts right now, a lot of spinning plates. And this is, I imagine that this is going to push fence sitters one way or the other. If you were a fence sitter with Biden, like you were more inclined to the left, but you saw Biden, you're like, man, I don't know. I think this is going to push folks over the fence to Biden, and vice versa with Trump. So I have no idea what's going to happen. Stay tuned. We will be doing we'll be live streaming all the debates on the other channel. If you haven't subscribed to the other channel, you should. We're going to be doing all the live stream of the debates there. What a world we're in. What a world we're in. Again, rest in peace to RBG. Peace and love and comfort to her family. And as for the rest of us in the land of the living, love your neighbor, take care of each other. Middle America, we are the media. Till next time, guys.